What is up, guys, and welcome to the Hawaii series that we're starting on this channel. Not to be confused with Hawaii. The How Why series is where me, a below average millionaire, talks about how things work or why things the way they are with absolutely no BS. Just the straight up truth. And why you or me or anyone is unhappy is a super touchy subject, isn't it? Because when you think about it logically, you are a sperm, a single sperm in like trillions of sperm, like Gary Vaynerchuk says, and you should be super grateful for the life that you've been given. You have air to breathe, you have food to eat, hopefully, at least cheesy poofs, I hope. And you have infinite opportunities to make something of yourself utilizing your computer and the internet. And so if all of that is true, then why the heck is everyone so unhappy? What is it about human nature that sucks so bad? I mean, our brains are so against us that literally scumbag brain became a meme. So the question is life hopeless? Are we all doomed to a life of unhappiness, constantly looking at Dan Bilzerian's Instagram, wondering what went wrong? Well, maybe, but there actually is a way to be happy. It's just not what most people think. And yes, people are unhappy for a multitude of different reasons, but for the most part, it all breaks down to three simple things. And the truth is, you might not even realize you're doing this stuff. The first thing is worrying. Most people are so unhappy because they literally cannot stop themselves from worrying. Oh my God, what if Chad doesn't like my Instagram photo? What if Kevin doesn't see my mean comment and know how much of an idiot he is? I can't start an online business. What will my friends think? I wish I could be woke enough to wear a stay woke shirt, but what if I'm not woke enough? Or constantly worrying what the next keyboard warrior or hater is whipping up once his Totino rolls are done in the microwave. Ooh, Kevin, you have little short T-Rex arms. First of all, it's just words, bro. Words can't hurt me. Oh, turn that off. Well, if worrying is an issue for you, like it is for most people, then I'm gonna talk about the #1 way to stop worrying in your life from one of my favorite authors of all time, Dale Carnegie. And so let's use the example of one of my favorite comments in recent history, talking about my short T-Rex arms. And while this example might be a little bit ridiculous, you'd be surprised how many people don't start YouTube or don't put themselves out there on social media or start a job they want to or move to a new place they want to because they fear what other people think, and they constantly worry about other people's opinions, and it holds them back in life. So this is a very real situation. I'm just using a ridiculous example because, it's funnier. So this all breaks down into a 3-step system from our boy Dale Carnegie. First, you ask yourself, what is the worst that could possibly happen if I don't solve my problem? Well, I guess the worst thing that could possibly happen is I would have T-Rex arms. Second, you prepare yourself mentally to accept the worst case scenario if necessary. So, if I had T-Rex arms, I guess I wouldn't be able to reach high things on the shelves. I wouldn't be able to hug people as well as I normally do. But, I could always find a particularly long-armed, girl to date who could hug me regardless of my short arms. I could get a step stool so I could reach, that can of peaches on the top shelf. Wouldn't be that bad. And then step 3, calmly try to improve on the worst case scenario that you've already mentally accepted. Okay, so if I did have T-Rex arms, I could buy smaller clothes. I might, be able to save money or fit into things I wouldn't normally be able to buy. I might be scary potentially, which, could be cool. And the more I'm thinking about this, the more I actually wish I had T-Rex arms. Now I'm sad I don't. Okay, that exercise worked a little bit too well. Now I kind of weirdly wish I had T-Rex arms, so thanks. The second, when you think about it, extremely stupid reason that most people are unhappy is the C word. You know what C word I'm talking about. Australians love this word. They always say, oh yeah, you're a sick. And if you still don't know what word the C word is, it's couscous. Couscous actually does make me really happy, so that's not the word. The word is comparison, right? The grass is always greener, I promise you. And the tough part about comparison is that everyone in every situation does it. You see rappers making millions of dollars with a bunch of fortune and fame and girls and everything that most people want, and they want to be NBA players. You see NBA players making millions of dollars with fortune and fame and everything that most people want, and they want to be rappers. So at every level, everywhere, there's always going to be comparison and jealousy, even for the richest and most famous people in the world. And so if the rich and famous are comparing themselves to other people and they're unhappy because of it, what kind of chances do mere mortals like us actually have? Well, what worked for me is the common saying, out of sight, out of mind, and it actually really does work. The best way to stop yourself comparing yourself to other people is to cut it off at the source. Now, I don't know about you, but I find myself getting real toxic on Instagram. Constantly looking at other dinosaur pages or paleontology or fossils or Jurassic Park, just constantly comparing, the length of my T-Rex arms against other T-Rexes, and it's just not what you want to be doing. Instagram Instagram and most social media, Instagram is just the worst, is literally set up to be highlight reels of other people's lives. Girls are airbrushed and probably have never eaten a cheeseburger in their entire lives. Guys are on a copious amount of steroids and work out 3 times a day and literally don't do anything else. And I'm just sitting here in a pool of my own sweat at my computer watching The Witcher from start to finish without getting up even to use the bathroom. So what I did was I unfollowed everyone. And it was crazy how many grown men actually messaged me saying, yo, why'd you unfollow me, bro? And I said, it's an app. I didn't sacrifice your firstborn to the gods or something like that. I literally unfollowed you on Instagram. Same thing, you idiot. And then when I unfollowed everyone on Instagram, what I found was I stopped using the app because the only pictures I saw literally were my own terrible pictures and memes that were recycling. But if you want to see some terrible pictures, make sure you come follow your boy on Instagram at Kevin David, shameless plug. I promise you I won't make you feel bad about yourself on comparison. Pretty much I'll just post random pictures of myself, memes, and go live with no shirt answering your questions, which is pretty cool. And so if you want to stop comparing yourself, you have to unplug and instead only ever compare yourself to where your past self was a month ago or 6 months ago or a year ago. And I promise you, if you can be accountable and do just that one thing, your whole mentality and your whole happiness levels will completely change. But if you're weak like me, you have to force it. You have to unfollow all those celebrities. You have to unfollow all those beautiful girls on Instagram. You have to unfollow all those people on Snapchat and all the different social media that makes you feel bad about yourself, comparing yourself to the highlight reels of other people's lives who do social media for the most part full time and have a full-time team helping them look amazing. And then once you unfollow all of those celebs and nasty toxic people like that, make sure you come follow your boy at Kevin David, shameless plug on Instagram. Probably the most important thing, being both poor and not as poor, that I've learned is money doesn't make people happy. And I know that's annoying to say because when you have no money and you're like, Kevin, STFU and buy me a jet ski, then I'll be happy. And trust me, I get it. Of course, I've never seen anyone unhappy on a jet ski, but it's actually true. And if you're hustling right now and you're still in the grinding stage, then maybe you don't believe me, but you just have to trust me because I know a lot of very rich, very unhappy people. And I also know a lot of very happy, not very rich people. There literally is no direct correlation, I promise you. All money is a tool. It allows you to buy experiences and it allows you to have time freedom and to be free from some worries. And once you have the basic level of money, money doesn't make you happy anymore, I promise you. So how do you actually find happiness? Because basically this whole video, we've only talked about how to avoid unhappiness. And the reason we've done that is because that is step 1 and it's necessary to actually find happiness. You gotta stiff arm those Instagram models and you gotta uppercut worry right in its jaw to actually be able to have a chance to be happy. Because life is super hard. We're just, walking around chaotically with a bunch of blood contained inside of our skin and that's super weird. But the truth at the end of the day is to be happy, you have to tie your happiness to something meaningful. Because I promise you, if your happiness is tied to money, you're not going to be happy in the long term. Just trust me on this. And I remember reading an article a while ago about interviewing 100 people on their deathbeds, asking them to look back at their life and say, what was the one thing that was the most important thing and brought you the most happiness throughout your life? And literally all of them said the exact same thing. Every single one of them said the thing that brought them the most happiness throughout their whole lives was to smash that like button. Okay, fine, they didn't say to smash the like button and you don't have to smash it if you don't want to, but it does help with the YouTube algorithm to reach more people and actually help more people figure out how to find happiness in their own lives. The number one source of happiness that they all said that brought them happiness throughout their lives was relationships. And in the wise words of Lil Jon, love is all you need. So the point is, give yourself a break. Stop comparing yourself to anyone else, stop worrying about everything all the time, and give yourself a chance to actually go out and start living. And if you like videos like this, let me know down in the comments, let me know by tapping the little like button, because I'll make more videos like this. I love hearing from you guys, I still read every single comment myself. And if you like this video, you have more awesome content coming at you in 3, 2, 1, peace.